The next job we're going to do is change the fuel filter on our Yamaha F20 outboard. The fuel filter is located on the starboard side at the front of the engine. So in my case, this was on really tight, and I actually wasn't sure which way it went. So I ended up putting some electrical tape on here and using a pair of channel locks to just gently wiggle it until I finally got it freed one way. And so to loosen this off, it actually, as you're at the side of the engine here, goes clockwise to loosen it off. So I'm just loosening it off slowly, and I've got some absorbent towel underneath to catch any fuel that spills. So in my case, on the F20, there's a linkage under here that is preventing the fuel cup from dropping down. So I'll just sort of mess with this in a minute, and I'll let you know how it goes. Okay, so I dumped the fuel out, and I do have a couple of small pieces of contaminant in there, but we'll clean those out and put the new filter in. So here's the fuel filter that I took out. Doesn't look too bad. And then here's the genuine Yamaha one that I'm going to put in. So we got the genuine Yamaha one on the left, and I'm not sure what the one on the right, but that's the one that came out that we're replacing. Okay, got the fuel cup cleaned out and the new filter, so we'll put that in and we'll reinstall it. Okay, so I've got the new fuel filter installed, and it's not on completely tight. What I'm going to do is pump the ball a few times and get fuel to come in there. I might need to loosen it off to make sure that the air can escape and then fill it up with fuel. I'm not going to do that while I'm holding the camera, but I'll show you when it's done. So I pumped the ball twice now, and the fuel came up really quick. There is a little bit bubbling out the top still, so I'm just going to do one more pump till it gets all the air out, and then I'll tighten it up. So after I had it installed, everything looked good, had it full of fuel, but then I trimmed the outboard up, so I was going to change the impeller, and I noticed that it was leaking. So I cleaned it up, reinstalled it again, same thing, small leak. So I've inspected the threads here and everything looks good, and I'm hoping I don't have a hairline crack in the housing because it was on there so tight, but I did replace the O-ring, and so I'm hoping that by replacing the O-ring that resolves the problem. Okay, so this is about the orientation I had it trimmed to when it was leaking, and it's not leaking, so I guess it just needed a new O-ring. I'll trim it a bit more. Okay, well that's definitely good news. Just needed a new O-ring, so now we can get on with the impeller change.